Woe to those damn Green Bay Packers. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, which is unfortunately, welcome back to the last Chicago Bears preview of the 2023-2024 regular season, as the Bears have been officially eliminated from playoff contention. But this last week of the season is so much different from last year, is that this game actually carries meaning for both teams involved, the Bears and the Packers, as the Bears have the chance to eliminate those damn Green Bay Packers from the playoffs with a win on the road at Lambeau Field. But before I get into my preview, let's just state it is a very good Bears season compared to what we had to deal with last year, but we are here. This is the last preview of the season. Bears, Packers, the rivalry. Need I say more? It's time to get into preview and predictions. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears offense going up against the Green Bay Packers defense. As the Bears come into this game ranking 16th in points, and the Packers come into this game as a defense ranking 14th, and the Bears still have one of the top rushing offenses of the season, ranking number 2. Passing offense, not so much, 27th. As the Green Bay Packers, on the other hand, rush defense, one of the bottom in the league, ranked 28th. Pass defense is where their strength is at, ranked 11th. So it's not really a strength versus weakness thing, because it's literally weakness versus strength, weakness versus strength. So we get to this game, and this means so much. This Bears offense coming off one of their better performances last week against the Atlanta Falcons, and this Green Bay Packer defense is coming off of one of their better performances against the Minnesota Vikings. So we're talking about teams that on these sides of the balls in particular are coming off a very good game on each side. Now, the one thing that I believe the Packers kind of struggle with, and they've had some issues with, is defending the run. And that is what the Bears do best, is run the football. Now, we do have some injury issues, as Khalil Herbert is listed as questionable for this ball game, and to me, he's been that guy that that's been getting a lot of the carries as of late. And if he's not able to go, that's going to be a big hurt for this football team. Roschon Johnson over the last couple of weeks has been playing some really good football for this Bears team. And we all know what Justin Fields is able to do, creating plays with his legs, whether it's scrambles or whether it's design runs. We all know what Justin Fields can do with his legs. And this front for the Green Bay Packers should be better than what it is, but it's not. But we also have some injuries on the Bears offensive side of the ball. Darnell Mooney is out yet again for this ball game. Kmet is in at tight end. He's questionable. Lucas Patrick is questionable. And we already talked about the Khalil Herbert injury. And this Packers defense, Rashawn Gary has been playing some solid football. Devondre Campbell. We know what Kenny Clark is. TJ Slayton. Preston Smith is questionable for this ball game. And one of the keys against this Packers defense is the Bears are going to have to sustain drives, tire them out with their 3-4 defense, and run the football like they've been doing. We all know the Bears are a very good run football team with the options that they have. So at the end of the day, the Bears are going to have to still win the line of scrimmage, still be physical in the ball game like this, where it means so much for both teams. So you're going to have to be physical on the offensive side of the ball, pound the rock as you've been doing these past couple of weeks, which has led to your victories against the Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. And Justin Fields, I believe they have to set up that passing game like they have in the past couple of weeks with some of those play actions, with some of those bootlegs, to get guys like Moore open. And I like what they've done with putting Velus Jones in the backfield, giving him a role to use as his speed, because we've seen his hands hasn't been so great. and Tyler Scott has been getting involved. We know Cole Kmet, Robert Tonyan is going up against his former team, as well as Mercedes Lewis, and the things he's been doing blocking. So this Bears team, offensively, they have to stick to run. They have to be physical up front. And Justin Fields, they have to set up so much of what they do off this passing game. Jai Alexander is scheduled to come back this week. Jonathan Owens has been playing some solid football for him. Savage. So at the end of the day, I'm expected to see Alexander on a guy like DJ Moore, which I think should free up some other options if they are able to scheme ways to get guys like Scott open, get guys like Trent Taylor involved, probably Vegas Jones, Tonyan. At the end of the day, we all know they're going to try to blanket DJ Moore. So if other guys can eat, this is going to be so much more of a successful offense. If other guys are able to get open, they're schemed to get open, and they are able to have success, that's going to open up even more for DJ Moore. That's going to open up even more so much for this offense because they have more to worry about. So in this ball game for the Bears offensively, I'm expecting them to run the football. I'm expecting them to use Fields' legs as a weapon and use some of those bootlegs and scrambles. And I'm expecting Fields to be a very successful quarterback in a game like this. Now let's bring up this Bears defense against the Green Bay Packers offense. And the Bears defense, which ranks #1 in the league in rushing, but they have been better over the past couple of weeks. Passing defense, which is 21st, and they rank 20th in points per game. Now we're talking about a Green Bay Packers offense that has been kind of up and down, so as throwing the football, where they're middle of the pack, basically 16th. Running the football, middle of the pack, 15th in the league as an offensive total, 11th in points. So this is a kind of middle of the pack offense when you look at the numbers, but over the past couple of weeks, we've seen Jordan Love start to play some better football with this offense, and they've had some injuries at the wide receiver position. Watson has missed some games. Wicks is questionable. Jaden Reed is questionable. So they are dealing with some injuries at the receiver position, which kind of helps the Bears a little bit, because in this contest, Jalen Johnson is listed as doubtful, and it's starting to look like he may not play in this ball game. Khalil Gordon is questionable, but from all intents and purposes and signs, it looks like he is going to go. So one thing that the Packers have been doing better over the last few weeks is using their running backs in the running game, but there's going to be a big out for the Green Bay Packers as A.J. Dillon is listed as out for this ball game, which is going to be huge, because with the two-back system, they have done so many productive things in their running game. So at the end of the day, that is going to be a big hurt to the Green Bay Packers offense. And then on top of that, Elgton Jenkins, one of the better guards that we have in football, is questionable for this game. We're not sure on his status. But at the end of the day, if Jalen Johnson is not able to go, that's going to change so much for this Bears pass defense, which it sometimes it so has not been great, even though Tyreek Stevenson, shout out to him, is the reigning defensive player of the week in the NFC with 2 picks last week. And this passing defense for the Bears is coming off one of their better games of the year with those turnovers and those takeaways. And the Montez Sweat effect has to be a very big factor in this ball game, because we've seen, even though he didn't get a sack last week, we've seen the things that he can cause for Javon Dexter to get pressure, for people like Billings and Justin Jones to be better inside. That Montez Sweat effect has to still be in effect in a game like this against those damn Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love spreading those football around to these receivers, and a tight end like Tucker Kraft, who's been solid. At the end of the day, this Bears defense, they're going to have to contain Aaron Jones because of the way that this Green Bay Packers offense uses Aaron Jones, whether it's running the football or some of those screens, some of those throws. Aaron Jones, healthy Aaron Jones, is a big problem for the Bears, as we seen in the first matchup where Aaron Jones, before he got hurt in that ball game, he basically took that ball game over. Now, this is not the same Bears defense that it was week 1. This is a totally different Bears defense, which have been getting after the quarterback a lot more, and we all attribute that to the acquisition of Montez Sweat. They have been so much better in the running game because of play like Edwards and Edmunds. They have been accustomed to getting themselves acclimated to this Matt Eberflus system. Sanborn has been making plays. Brisker has been a very good player for this Bears defense. Gordon has been all over the field, whether he's been on blitzes and things like that. So they are going to have to be on their A game defending Aaron Jones in the way that they use him, especially if they are without some of their weapons on offense and Wicks and Watson and Reed. So this Bears defense, I'm expecting them to be trying to win that line of scrimmage. Is going to set up so much of what Green Bay likes to do. Jordan Love, they call themselves basically, they are a passing team, but a lot of their success has come when they have been able to run the football effectively with Dillon and Jones. And since Dillon is going to be out, a lot of that is going to be on Jones and Patrick Taylor. So at the end of the day, this Bears defense, I believe, is going to really try to win a line of scrimmage and really try to create some of those turnovers in a ball game like this on the road to kind of quiet the crowd and set up their offense in so many good field positions. But my pick for this ball game is going to be, I am going to roll with the road team, the Chicago Bears, in a ball game like this, and I'm picking a score of 21-17. I think this is going to be a very close, hard-fought ball game. I think the injury of A.J. Dillon being out is going to be huge. The wide receiver injuries, huge. Our Jalen Johnson injury is going to be huge on itself. But if you don't have a lot of those weapons, I think that's going to kind of offset that Jalen Johnson injury. And his defense has been playing so much better down the stretch. And offensively, Justin Fields is looking like a totally different quarterback these last few games. And I really think that play continues. And I really think the Bears, physically on the offensive side of the football, will run the football very well against this Packers team who doesn't defend the run well. And I think that will be the biggest difference in this ball game, is controlling the clock, holding on to the football, and turning those drives into points. So I'm going to have the Bears win this game 21-17 and knock the damn Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs. But those are my picks. Those are my predictions for this ball game, my preview. Leave you guys your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave this video a like, comment your thoughts, all that stuff. Subscribe, notification bell, all that. All that is going to be appreciated. But I hate that this is the last preview, but it is what it is. 2023 Bears season is wrapping up, and I hate it, but it is what it is. We can end it well with the win against those damn Green Bay Packers. And Bears, let's do it. Let's beat the Green Bay Packers and keep them out of the playoffs, and let's hold this over their head. But I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.